This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good evening, Rabbi. So we're learning Sefer Shaarei Teshuva. We're learning the first ingredient of Teshuva. We mentioned that even though there are three main ingredients of Teshuva, but nevertheless, according to Rabbi Yonah, to do a complete Teshuva, you have to put into the mix 20 ingredients. Now we said again, there are three primary ingredients, and that is, you have to regret what you did, you have to confess what you did, and you have to stop doing the Avera. However, Rabbi Yonah likened Teshuva to laundry. And just like laundry, you could stick the shirt into the washing machine, put in a little detergent, the cholent's going to come out. Nevertheless, to get the shirt as white as when you bought it, you need to put in bleach, and the stronger the detergent and perhaps the hotter the water, the whiter the shirt will be. And it's the same thing with Teshuva. The more ingredients in the Teshuva, the better, the more pristine the neshama will become. So now we're learning the first ingredient. The first ingredient is regret. And we learned the first aspect of regret. The first aspect of regret is basically to say to yourself that what I did was bad for me. It was bad for my body. What kind of, excuse the expression, it was stupid. It was plain stupid. To do an Avera, speak Lashon Hara, was it worth it? Now, Chas v'Shalom, I'm endangering my health, I'm endangering my finances, just because I did an Avera. It was not worth it. It was not a wise trade-off. And basically to come to realization that I'm ashamed of myself. It was a really dumb thing to do. That's charata. That's the first step of tshuva. To be disappointed in yourself that what you did was just not wise. It wasn't smart. We find when Adam Arishain ate from the trees, the pasuk says, "Vatipakachna einei shneim," their eyes were opened. V'yedu ki erumim, and they realized they were arum, they were unclothed. So the Medrash asks, now they realize they're unclothed. Even a 5-year-old kid knows. Even someone who's blind knows when they're clothed and they're not clothed. Why did it take eating the Eitz Hadas for Adam Rishon? Well, he needed tremendous insight to recognize that he was not clothed. Says the Medrash, they realized that they had one mitzvah. All God told them was, don't eat from the tree. And now they were empty and bare from that mitzvah, and they felt so ashamed and embarrassed, and they felt worthless. That's the feeling of charata. You feel that sometimes a person does something that's dumb, and you kick yourself. What did I do? How can I be so foolish? That's the first level of charata. Okay. Now a little bit of a higher level is not only to realize how foolish you've been to your own body, but to realize how foolish you've been to your neshama. We're on the fourth line on page 14. V'hinei haboire nafach bi'api nishmas chayim. My Creator blew into my nostril a living spirit. Chachmas leiv, that has intellectual capacity. V'toivas seichel, it has the ability to comprehend. So God gave me a neshama. This neshama is a sophisticated entity. It has chachma, it has seichel. L'hakiroi, to recognize Hashem. U'liyira milafanav, to fear God. V'limshol b'aguf, to rule over the physical desires. V'chol todoisav, and all of its products. Ka'asher himshila shar ba'alei chayim she'ena medabrim. Listen very carefully. The same way man rules over beasts, man could take a cow and say, cow, tie him up, milk the cow, ride the cow, slaughter the cow. Man could do whatever he wants to any animal. Man could trap any animal. Man, as you know, even though the lion is the king of the animal kingdom, man rules all the beasts. So the same way God gave man dominion over the animals, God gave the neshama dominion over Adam. In other words, you have eyes. The eyes want to look at certain things, but the seichel says, well, wait a second. You gotta curb your desire. The mouth wants to eat. The mouth wants to talk. But the neshama has been given the ability to rule over the body the same way the body is given the ability to rule over all the animals. Why did God do that? Me'asher yakra be'einav nichbada. Because whatever is more precious in the eyes of Hashem is more honorable. God considers man more precious than animal, and therefore man has been given the distinction to rule over the animals. So too, what is the most distinguished part of man? The neshama. So therefore, since the neshama is most beloved to God, it's given the distinction to rule over the body. So let's think about the following. The creator of the universe, the wisest being, the most powerful being, the kindest being, gave me a neshama for the purpose of ruling over my body. And I messed up! I went against the plan of the creator of the universe. Here God endowed me with, like we said on Shabbos, with something that is similar to Him. Right? God didn't just give me a sophisticated computer. The neshama is so multifaceted, so supreme, so majestic. It's almost undescribable. It's almost like God Himself. So God gave us lowly beings this amazing treasure. It's invaluable. And look, we ruined it. We spoiled the plan. And if this is what we created for, and I did the opposite. God gave me a neshama to control my animal instincts, and I allowed my animal instincts to get the better of me. That when I don't like what this guy is doing, or if I'm jealous of somebody, I'll badmouth him. I'll let my animal instincts get the better of me. When I want to look at something, I'll do whatever I want. When I want to eat something, I'll eat it. So here God gave me neshama to curb my desires, and I foiled His plan. So you know what a person's reaction should be? Lama li chayim. So what am I alive for? Here God went through the effort to plan what? Lama li chayim. Yeah, that's what Rachel said, right? Hava li banim b'im ayin lama li chayim. In other words, here Rebbe Shem he set out. He had this whole plan. I messed up his plan. So the feeling should be, I blew it. That's charata. I blew it. Ke'inyan shenemar Adam toya miderech haskel. Now he's bringing out from this pasuk in Mishlei that when a person goes on the wrong path, b'kal rafam yanuch, you're as good as dead. I mean, a person who allows the animal instincts to get the better of him, so he's basically a wasted project. So wasted. That's the feeling a person should have. He blew it. He blew it. Says Rabbeinu Yoina, another dimension. Another dimension is va'oid ki kemishpat habehema lo yasisi. I didn't even do like an animal. So again, the first level of charata is, let's say a person does an avera. What's a good avera we could think of? What's a good lashon hara? What? Lashon hara. Well, think of it. No, every time we talk about lashon hara, what? Shmir Sinayim, Bittul Torah, Einas Dvarim, Sheker. So the first thing is, what am I doing? Why would I do something that was it really worth it to say one nonsensical word? Now I'm putting my health in danger. It's not a wise trade-off. Number two is, here God gave me a neshama. He has a whole plan for creation. God endowed me. He made me more elevated than an animal. And look what I did. I messed up. And number three, finally, va'oid ki kemishpat habehema lo yasisi. I have not even acted like an animal. I'm not even as successful as an animal. A pig in the farm is fulfilling his role in this universe more than I am. Why? Avo shafalti mimena. I'm lower than him. Because kiyada shar karneo. Because at least the ox knows who its master is. The chamor evos ba'alav, right? Like the Navi Yishai says, the donkey knows the trough of the owner. Vani lo yadati. And I'm not even like a dog. A dog at least knows the owner. A dog knows his master. And I sort of ignore my master. And I sent my soul free from his master. Says Rabbeinu Yoina very poetically, Ta'amti tzufi, I tasted my honey. The honey is the supposed allure of the Avera. V'nashisi soifi, I forgot what the end will be. V'gazalti, I robbed. V'chamasti, I stole. V'aldal boisasti, I tread on the poor. V'loi zacharti yoim hamaves, and I did not think about the fact that one day it will all come to an end. That, yeah, maybe at the time I'll eat my honey, I'll do the Avera, which is Arev L'Shaita, which is sweet at the time, but one day it comes to an end. Asher lo yashir l'fnei nishmasi, bilti im gviyasi v'yadmasi. That one day my neshama will forsake the body, and all the body will have is some earth, some dust, maybe a worm, maybe a maggot, maybe another type of bug, and that will be the lot of my body. This is the concept of charata. Charata is, I blew it. I blew it. Not just, okay, you're right, Moshe, I was wrong. I didn't have air. I didn't. No. It's not enough for a person just to say, I made a mistake. There should be, the first ingredient of tshuva is a certain feeling of, it bothers you what you did. Why does it bother you? It could be on many levels. It was dumb. It wasn't worth it. You feel unworthy. You feel like you messed up. But a certain feeling of regret. Not enough just a feeling of wrong. Yeah, I made a mistake. Like, you take a test, and I got a 99. Yeah, this one, I made a mistake. You're right, teacher. I made a mistake. No, that's not charata. Charata is not just an acknowledgement that you're wrong. Charata is a certain feeling that you blew it. You feel bad about it. And it's this idea that we've just explained. Hu asher diber Yirmiyah olam hashalom. That is what Yirmiyah tells us. Ein ish nicham al ra'asei lemar me'asisi. That in his time there was this illness, this predicament that people did not regret what they did. This is ingredient number 1 of tshuva. This is ingredient number 1 to cleanse your neshama from the effects of an avera, and the first step to coming closer to Hashem.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.